Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate my friend, Mr. Kelly, talking about opportunity. Actually, I appreciate Mr. Reed clearing that up. I thought he had those books stacked up so people couldn't see him based on what was going on here.
Well, the gentleman yield. With a face for radio. That's what I do.
But now we're moving into the next phase. It's unclear to me what the president is going to regard this. I remember he celebrated your efforts to dismantle the Affordable Care Act at the White House before he denounced it as being a mean bill. And I don't know when the stories start coming out about what's really in this bill and the feedback. I don't know whether he's going to stand behind you or not. But I know in terms of what we have now, it is actually a very good bill for Donald Trump. Most of the Trump enterprises are pass-through entities, not small business, pass-through entities. And he'll be able to take advantage of that lower tax rate. He'll be able to have hundreds of millions or billions, however many dollars he has, that he can pass on to his children with no inheritance tax. So much for being killed by it. We do know from the one tax form that has been released that it was the alternative minimum tax that forced him to pay anything meaningful on hundreds of millions of dollars of income. And you've eliminated the alternative minimum tax. I think Mr. Trump will be happy about that. And we all know that Donald Trump has bragged to be about the king of debt. He borrowed right, left, and sideways, stiffed people, was able to get out with multiple bankruptcies. He's played the debt card. And with this bill, we are playing a debt card. We're increasing the national debt, not $1.5 trillion, but probably $2.3 trillion after we pay interest on it. And as I pointed out during our deliberations, when I tried to have a circuit breaker to protect us if this goes south, that a 1% increase in historic low interest rates will add another $1.5 trillion. So the king of debt will like that. But this ultimately is a lost opportunity. I couldn't agree more with my friend, Mr. Kind. There are many things that we agree upon that we could have worked on together. If you think something needs to happen with the in-wind production tax credit, you didn't have to throw it out. We could have worked on it and not break a commitment to that industry. We could have really helped small business. They're not going to get anything. The vast majority of small businesses are not going to get anything out of the pass-through because they don't hit the 25%. They pay far less than that. We could have done a better job. We could have embraced some of the concepts that your Republican colleagues are talking about in the Senate to extend the earned income tax credit. We could have made it refundable. We could have helped 35% of the people who are completely left out with your bill. We could have done that together. You chose, instead, to go a slightly different direction. On your own, no hearings, no opportunities to go back and forth with this. 4 days of debate. I like to debate. I don't mind. But we could have actually been involved with legislating. Serious, bipartisan legislating, knowing what's actually in the legislation and working together to refine it for small business, working to refine it for our failing infrastructure. These are things that are within our capacity. This is a lost opportunity. Some of you had a chance to meet my young grandson when we kicked this off, little Quinn.
He's a cutie.
And I feel bad because what this lost opportunity means is that for Quinn and your children and grandchildren and the people who follow them, that their problems are going to be greater. We miss an opportunity to work with them, and we have failed in our fundamental opportunity and obligation to work together to solve Americans' problems. I think it's unfortunate, and I'm done.
Thank you.